Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. Got one player from all 32 NFL teams who should be traded by the start of the 2024 season. Let's check this out.
It's certainly not too late for all 32 GMs to make at least one more blockbuster trade ahead of Week 1.
If you are the Raiders and you trade Davante Adams, what is your end goal?
Yeah, I mean, you're trading your best player away, bro. You already lost Josh Jacobs. Then you're gonna lose Davante Adams in the process as well.
Is less than 3 months away now. So let's dive into one player that every NFL team should trade before the season kicks off in Kansas City on September 5th. Arizona Cardinals, Budda Baker.
Budda Baker. Didn't he already request a trade, if I'm not mistaken, last season? And they still didn't trade him yet? Yeah, that's a must-need right there, bro.
Arizona during the 2023
because it's obviously he's unhappy in Arizona.
To a restructured deal.
And I don't blame him.
Entering the final year of his
he wants to win championships, bro.
Feels poised to hit free agency in 2025. Arizona's just better off trading the 6-time Pro Bowler now while his value is at its highest and garnering a return that can actually
one of the better safeties in the league.
Falcons, Tyler Algier. Bijan Robinson's presence means that the former 1,000-yard rusher won't get much playing time in Atlanta anymore. The Falcons
it's kind of sad because he was really good for them, you know what I'm saying, his rookie year, but then, you know, how can you pass up on a generational running back like Bijan? So it's kind of understandable, but at the same time, like, why not just keep both of them, you know? Justice Hill. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't
really have any notable
at least not this year. I think this may be his final year, his contract though. So but I don't think we trade him, though. At least not now, because of the fact that Keaton Mitchell's still coming back from his injury. He's not going to be ready to start the season. So Justice Hill and Derrick Henry are going to have to hold down the fort until Keaton Mitchell gets back.
So I guess let's go with number 2.
And Justice Hill is one of the most underrated running backs in the league.
Derrick Henry
had his breakout year last year.
Additional playing time after impressing in the limited action that he saw in his rookie year. Buffalo Bills,
Von Miller. Yeah.
Miller didn't tally a single sack in Buffalo.
He's the reason why they had to let so much of their guys go, bro.
Other teams might be willing to take a chance on the 2-time Super Bowl champion. Trading Miller could clear
Hell, hey, send him to where all the washed up veterans have gone in the past couple years. Send him to Tennessee, my nigga.
$78 million in cap space, opening the door for GM Brandon Beane to make another big splash before the start of the season. Carolina Panthers, Miles Sanders.
He had a letdown last year. You know what I'm saying? After his breakout season with the Eagles,
that deal
just a huge letdown with
for
the Panthers.
With Sanders losing his starting job to Chuba Hubbard. Carolina also used a second-round pick on Jonathan Brooks, pushing Sanders even further down the depth chart. If the Panthers can find a taker for the former 1,000-yard rusher, they ought to just cut their losses and give him away to the first caller. Chicago Bears, Braxton Jones. The Bears have gotten uneven play out of the 2022 5th-round pick so far. Though Jones has been a solid run blocker, he's allowed 9 sacks and committed a whopping 21 penalties over his first 2 years per Pro Football Focus. Chicago is just better off trading Jones now and finding a replacement from within, or heck, even signing a veteran in free agency before training camp commences. Cincinnati Bengals, Jackson Carman. The Bengals' 2021 second-round pick has appeared in just 5 games over the last 2 years, and he's made only 6 starts up to this point. Cincinnati signed former New England Patriots star offensive tackle Trent Brown and used their first-round pick on Amarius Mims, making Carman even more expendable. There is just no need for Carman now. They have enough depth at tackle and should be kind enough to give him a fresh start pronto. Cleveland Browns, David Bell. The Browns addressed their...
I mean, they do need to get rid of him because, you know what I'm saying, their top 3 wide receivers are set with Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Jerry Jeudy, and possibly even Cedric Tillman to be that 4th guy. So David Bell, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be the odd man out.
For Jerry Jeudy. Throw in Amari Cooper, David Njoku, and sophomore Cedric Tillman into the mix, and there's just not much room for David Bell on this depth chart. The number 99 pick of 2022 has just 38 receptions for 381 yards and 3 scores over his first 2 seasons. Bell needs a fresh start, and the Browns may as well clear a roster spot for another position. Dallas Cowboys,
Trey Lance.
The Cowboys...
for me, bro, I just really don't think that they should do this, bro. I feel like they should go the Green Bay Packers route with Jordan Love and shit, and just, you know what I'm saying, watch to see what Trey Lance can do, because they would be dumb as hell to pay Dak all that money, bro. And you got Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb to pay. That would be absolutely idiotic. So somehow find a way to trade Dak or just let him go, and then, like, give, you know what I'm saying, Trevor Lawrence a year or so. Pay him a 1-year prove-it deal like the Bucks did with Baker Mayfield. And if Trey Lance can pop off, then, you know what I'm saying, pay him on a bigger deal, maybe like 4 years, like 40 million or something like that.
You have one of the league's best backup QBs in Cooper Rush, who's 5-1 as Dak Prescott's understudy. Even though he's on a rookie deal, Trey Lance still carries a $5.31 million cap hit. That is just way too much money for a third-string QB. So Jerry Jones is probably
that's understandable, bro.
Lance and clearing that money and open up room for another
his ear red as hell.
move. Hey, the man said he was going all in this offseason. Denver Broncos,
Cortland Sutton.
The Broncos already parted
Trade him to Buffalo.
Wilson, Justin Simmons,
I feel like that would be a
Jerry
perfect
Jeudy
fit for him.
May as well keep the rebuild going by trading your best remaining offensive weapon.
The Broncos do not deserve Cortland Sutton. He's so underrated.
So the Broncos would get the best possible return.
He had so many crazy ass catches last year.
Next year, when he'll have just 1 year left on his deal. GM George Payton should be able to score a decent return for the former 1,000-yard wideout that can help the Broncos rebuild. Detroit Lions, Jameson Williams.
Hey, trade him to Baltimore.
2022 has been
you feel me?
18 games
I would love Jameson Williams to be a Raven.
His first 2 years. Now,
I want him to be a Raven once he was coming out of Alabama.
Williams. They have a top-tier receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown, a rising star at tight end in Sam Laporta, and the league's best running back duo in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. What is the sense in keeping Williams when he is, at best, the number 5 option for Jared Goff? Green Bay Packers, Kenny Clark.
I was about to say Frank Clark, my bad.
Would be tough for the Packers to swallow.
Kenny Clark is another one of those underrated,
could also
defensive tackles.
$17 million in cap space by trading the 3-time Pro Bowler. Dealing Clark would also open up opportunities for the Packers' youngsters, namely Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt, Quay Walker, and Edgerrin Cooper, to actually grow as stars in the front 7. Houston Texans, Robert Woods.
For a fact,
the Texans have no more need for the 2-time 1,000-yard receiver. They acquired Pro Bowler Stephon Diggs in a trade with Buffalo, forming a prolific 3-headed monster at wideout.
Who would Robert Woods fit in with,
Woods only had 426 receiving yards in Houston last season. He is entirely expendable and should be open to a new team that can give him more playing time.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I would not be mad about him being a Raven because he's still very reliable and solid as a receiver. So I wouldn't mind him being a Raven.
His Colts, Mo Cox. Ali Cox has spent his entire
Who was their other tight end?
But they got to look past that sentiment.
I think is it Jelani Woods?
Business first. Ali Cox is essentially a backup tight end now. The Colts would save a nice chunk of change, $5.92 million to be exact, by trading him. That money can definitely be used to find more impactful players in free agency. Jacksonville Jaguars, Roy Robertson Harris.
I don't know who that is, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know who the hell that is.
3 seasons in Duval County. His cap hit over the next 3 years is $4.8 million, $8.9 million, and $9.1 million. Damn. Jacksonville bolstered their pass rush by signing ex-San Francisco 49ers star Arik Armstead, leaving Robertson Harris expendable. The Jags may as well dump his salary and open that cap space to make other moves between now and the trade deadline. Kansas City Chiefs, Kadarius Toney.
I still don't know why he's even on the team, bro. Like, come on. Like, he was a healthy scratch for the Super Bowl. I thought after that they were going to cut him. Why the hell is he even still on the team? You're basically just giving this nigga free rings. Like, he did, you know what I'm saying, contribute in the first Super Bowl ring. But, bro, he did nothing to get that second one.
Kansas City has kept Toney on the roster for this long following his dismal 2000.
I ain't even gonna lie. He probably doesn't even have any value to be traded. Other than he's young. Hey, come on now.
So why is the ineffective and mistake-prone Toney still on the roster? Someone out there might be keen to take a chance on the 2021 first-round pick, but the bottom line is that the Chiefs have no reason to
I guess for a team that doesn't really have any reliable receivers, I guess they would take a shot on Toney with his upside, but I don't know,
Las
bro.
Vegas Raiders,
Adams.
Yeah. Raiders fans don't want
I thought he was getting traded last year.
Well, it makes sense to trade Adams as soon as possible. Look, he's not getting any younger, and his trade value is at its peak. The Raiders are in a retooling stage. By the time they're contenders again, Adams will be well past his best before date. The Silver and Black could potentially get a first-round pick, or heck, maybe a second and third for Adams if they were to trade him now. Just a smart move. They really should do it. Los Angeles Chargers, Khalil Mack. Like
he's getting up there in age too. But he still had a great year last year, didn't he? Yeah.
Mack posted a career-high 17 sacks last season.
Yeah.
He also is 33 now and has 1 year left on his deal. So trading Mack now ensures the best possible return.
Especially coming off of a 17-sack season, he's gonna have a lot of trade value.
Third-round pick for him. Hey, that's better than watching Mack leave for nothing in free agency, no? Los Angeles Rams, Stetson Bennett. The Georgia product was absent from the Rams throughout the 2023 season. The Rams and Bennett decided not to really say much on the matter, but it's not a stretch to believe.
I'm glad he's back, though. I'm glad he's doing okay and shit like that, because I know he was going through a lot.
He's got plenty of good football left in him. Not only that, but LA signed one of the league's better backup insurance policies in Jimmy Garoppolo, making Bennett expendable. It seems like Bennett could use a change of scenery.
He looks rough in this picture, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Should do him right by actually supplying.
Shave that beard a little bit.
Dolphins, Jeff Wilson. Wilson is one of the better.
Yeah, because they already straight at running back with Mostert, Achane, and Jalen Wright.
Rushers and Raheem Mostert and 2023 rookie sensation Devon Achane. Trading Wilson only saves about $1.416 million against the cap, but the Tyreek Hill as well just let him get some reps elsewhere and focus on the dynamic tandem currently in place. Minnesota Vikings, Josh Oliver.
Yeah, because bro, his big ass contract for what he does, they primarily signed him to be a blocking tight end. Bro, his contract is huge. Hold on, what is his contract again? Bro, this nigga has a 3-year, $21 million contract for being a blocking tight end. Come on now, bro. The Vikings are basically just throwing money away. Into like, that shit can take the deal up to $24 million? Like, come on, bro. That shit is stupid, for real.
Year 2 of a questionable 3-year, $21 million pact that the Vikings handed him last year.
Come on now. And they didn't even use him. He's a backup tight end at that.
Question to this very day. Trading Oliver would save $4.75 million in cap space in 2024 and a whopping $8 million in 2025. To us, that is just too good of a deal to ignore. New England Patriots, Juju Smith-Schuster. If Smith-Schuster's forgettable first year in New England didn't provide enough motivation for the Patriots to trade him, then what will? The Pats.
I'm pretty sure Juju could care less at this point.
Further pushing Smith-Schuster
because he's got his ring.
There should be a market for JSS if he's willing to restructure his deal, and as we saw with Pittsburgh in 2018 and Kansas City in 2022, he can produce WR1-like numbers with an elite QB. New Orleans Saints, Alvin Kamara.
I feel like he's going to Dallas. I do. That would be a perfect fit for him.
Committing more years to
that would be a perfect fit for Kamara.
Devaluing position. If the Saints trade Kamara before the start of the season, they'll clear $11.682 million in cap space. They also have former 1,000-yard rusher Jamal Williams and 2023 third-round pick Kendre Miller in the backfield, giving Dennis Allen and company 2 quality replacements if Kamara gets dealt. New York Giants, Darius Slayton. Slayton has exceeded 700 yards receiving in 4 of his 5 NFL seasons, but the arrival of promising rookie Malik Neighbors means that the former won't get as many targets from Daniel Jones this year.
Then they also have Jalen Hyatt,
year of his deal,
who can be good as well.
Now, rather than risk
he has a lot of potential
for nothing in 2025 free agency, a receiver-desperate team might be willing to give up an impactful roster player or a day 2 pick for his services. New York Jets, Allen Lazard. Aaron Rodgers wouldn't be happy with such a move, but the Jets...
That's why I think it's not going to happen, because, you know what I'm saying, Aaron Rodgers is going to have a lot of say-so and a lot of shit with the Jets,
to him all the time. I mean, come on, how has that worked so far? Lazard is entering the second of a 4-year, $44 million pact that he signed last year. The Jets found a new number 2 receiver behind Garrett Wilson and free agent signing Mike Williams. So good luck to Lazard and living up to that contract this year.
Damn.
Trading Lazard clears up $10 million for 2024 and $11 million in both 2025 and 2026. Another team may be happy to take a chance on Lazard after his career year in 2022. Just saying. Philadelphia Eagles, James Bradberry. The Eagles both
they don't need him anymore now that they drafted Quinyon Mitchell and then, you know what I'm saying, re-signing Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They also have Cooper DeJean who they can, you know what I'm saying, play in the slot and shit like that. So Bradberry might be the odd man out.
Two of the draft's top quarterback prospects in Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. Philly just doesn't have any more use for Bradberry, who allowed 11 touchdowns and a passer rating of 114.3 when targeted per Pro Football Reference. Throw in the presence of veteran stalwart Darius Slay, and the Eagles have every reason to trade Bradberry and clear the last 2 years of his contract off the books. Pittsburgh Steelers, Cole Holcomb.
He was good for the Commanders. I don't know what happened to him now.
For 15 games over the past 2 seasons, and trading the 28-year-old clears a shiny $6 million in cap space. San Francisco 49ers, Deebo Samuel.
I've been saying that for a while.
The 49ers won't be able to sign both Samuel and Brandon Ayuk to long-term extensions.
One of them is going to be gone. So, like, I could care less, but I just say what they need to do is trade Deebo.
On Ricky Pearsall and handed Jawan Jennings a 1-year extension. The pieces are there for the 49ers to replace Samuel's production, so GM John Lynch should just trade him now and take in what should be a nice return. You know, potentially a first or at the very least a second-round pick. Seattle Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
Bro, he is so underrated, bro. I swear.
The Seahawks
why not keep him around?
Lockett and build their passing game around JSN and superstar DK Metcalf. Lockett is entering his age 32 season and is unlikely to be extended when his current deal runs up after the 2025 season. This feels like an opportune time for Seattle to trade Lockett, secure good value, and reshape the offense around their young talents. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Anthony Nelson. Nelson has been a fine rotational player in Todd Bowles' defense, but the Bucs have to give more playing time to young defensive linemen like Logan Hall, Kalijah Kancey, and Yaya Diaby. Trading Nelson clears $4.5 million for the Bucs. For a team that's always in cap trouble, why wouldn't GM Jason Light want to make that move now? Tennessee Titans, Treylon Burks. The Titans signed a pair of
it's obvious.
Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd to help DeAndre Hopkins. That means
it was obvious after the Tyler Boyd signing that Treylon Burks is going to end up being traded
after an uninspiring start to his career. Tennessee won't get much for Burks, but there's no sense keeping him if they're hardly going to utilize him in the offense anyway. Washington Commanders, Phidarian Mathis. The number 47 pick of 2022
from Alabama,
has been limited to 11 games over his first 2 years because of injury. Considering how much depth Washington has on their D-line, it just feels like a good time to move on from Mathis anyway. But hey, which NFL player would you like your favorite team to trade before the regular season starts? Let us know in the comment section below. If you
I don't want my team to trade anybody for real. If anything, we should trade for, you know what I'm saying, some players. My top 3, like on my list right now, Courtland Sutton probably would be one. Jameson Williams, Robert Woods, Khalil Mack would probably be another one. Yeah, I think that's probably like my only players I want my team to, you know what I'm saying, to trade for. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notifications, you're notified whenever I drop another banger video. Wonder what the 300 sellers. Let me get there for more banger NFL content like this. And without further ado, I'm out. Gang!